This is the MTPredictor weekly market update for January 20th. It's Martin Luther King holiday, so the stock market is closed here in the U.S. Good time to pause and take stock of what's gone on in the markets. Do a little review here. This is again, the S&P is actually the futures contract here, but again, there's our rally, the tech bubble, then the crash there, your 9/11, then the rally starts again in 2002, and we put this significant high in here just before the crash of '08. And so let's take a decision point off of this level. All right, this is going to be a significant level. Again, this is a level that's on the chart ahead of time when the market was selling off or crashing, we should say. Let's take a decision point off the low here, and you can see this significant low painted the major support level, and look where the market came literally to the tick, right to that major support before it made the turn. And then where do we anticipate it to rally to? Again, this is the monthly chart here, so big picture stuff. Boom, right into our major resistance level. Now it's really powered through this level. If we check our STF, this is our strong trend filter, you can see there's strength. There's been strength for a few months, telling us there may be more upside. So if we kind of backtrack here, you can see at this point the oscillator is into the gray band at the top. So at this point it was telling us around 1833.50 that there was more upside ahead. Okay, so let me go back here. Yeah, at this point, I'm sorry, that's 1833.50 is where we were, around 1800, right? And that was one of our targets we were looking for in this resistance area. It was a nice round number, 1800. Right, now we've got more strength on the STF to the upside. We're sitting at 1833.50. So we've not taken out this level yet. Right, what we need to see is, I want to see a nice clear close. We haven't gotten that. In fact, we had a red sellers candle in the week telling us the sellers were actually overcoming the buyers last week, I'm sorry, for the month. Actually, the current month here. Yes, this is the monthly chart. So we've got the monthly red sellers candle at this point. So we still have sellers overcoming buyers. We'll see how it closes. But what I want to see is for us to get a close. Let's see, what was the high? 1846.50. So I want to see them get a close above that level, and then whatever that high is, that gets taken out. That'd be pointing us to more upside, kind of confirming what we're seeing here in our strong trend filter. Now, pattern-wise, if I can get this on here, the typical monthly wave 3 is taken out. Now we'll look at another, and here's your maximum wave 3. Above 2000, around 2070, 2075 area. Alright, that's still a ways away, but at this point we can also, in terms of the monthly chart, let's just go wave 4 down here, just to give ourselves a potential pullback level. That's down below 1600. Okay, but the point is, you can see the major support we had on the chart ahead of time, the major resistance level, and so this is an area we typically would expect the market may turn. Hasn't happened yet, and if we get a close, again a monthly close above that level, and that high gets taken out, we may take this area out altogether and run, maybe we'll run to that 2000 level. Let's just go to the weekly chart here. Again, here's the monthly resistance level. Here's where we are. And we're right at the typical wave 3, so if we want to give ourselves another pullback level in terms of the the weekly chart here. You'd be looking around 15, what is that, 1560 we'll call it. I'm sorry, is it 1760? My bad. Thought that was a little, around 1760 level. But again, we're in this make or break situation. They're either going to break this, they're going to make a move above this level, close above it, and trade above that high, or they're going to break and break down. Breakdown was, maybe pull back into this wave 4. The run is not done. The whole environment here, the Fed is continuing to keep, even though they're doing the tapering, they're keeping the interest rates controlled, although the rates have risen, but they're probably just in a new little bit of a higher range that they're going to be in since we're doing some tapering. Japan is full force with the QE. That's a stock market that is probably going to begin to move higher. The Treasury is going to do everything they can to support the dollar around the world, defend the dollar. We'll look at the dollar here in a second. But we're in a situation right here now where we anticipate we should get a pullback. We should get some type of corrective action at this level. But the market's going to do what it's going to do, and if it's again, if we close above this level, they may take this level out and continue to run. You got 1900 there, and in 2000, a nice fat round number sitting out there. Who knows? Again, this is bigger picture stuff. Let's look at the. Somebody wanted us to take a look at the DAX. Let's just look at the DAX on the monthly chart here. You see this TS4 buy signal. There were a couple of buy signals here. This first one, you can see these were just standard trade setups, but that the software provided. This first one stopped out, but the second one came back. I just want you to see the target on this. Oops, that's better. Right, here was the target. Again, out there ahead of time. This was a little small risk, high reward. 12 times your initial risk trade. Back just before 2003, when after the tech bubble, things crashed. There was the bottom, little ABC or little large ABC correction. That's what the TS4 is. It's a larger degree ABC correction here from this up move, and there's the target again, way in advance, ahead of time, and it's just no big surprise that again this is the level we're in. So we're in an area again where the DAX we anticipate should correct, but you see it's run to the top of the level here. We don't have strength on the STF here, but it is following the S&P, similar pattern wise there. If we want to look at the this is an ABC on the smaller time frame. We'll look, it's probably a 1, 2, 3 there, but the point is, again, another make or break situation here. We haven't closed above this decision point level here, which is still the major resistance level, and we could anticipate a correction from here. We haven't closed above this level yet. We haven't taken it out and then traded above it, whatever that high is, but they haven't pulled back yet. So another make or break situation there. Here's the weekly chart. Here's that wave 3 that we're looking at. It took out the typical wave 3. Here's your, I'm sorry, the typical wave 3. Now, you see 10,000 in the DAX is sitting out there. That's a nice round number, and that's going to be a big attractor for the DAX. All right, so we can check and see, what is the pullback? Where's the wave 4 pullback here? In case if you wanted to be a buyer, back down around this 9,000 level, might be a nice pullback, an area to look for a buy. We get a blue buyer's candle that sets up in there, or some type of ABC correction in wave 4. We'd get a TS2 set up. We can project wave 5 up, and that wave 5 is probably going to come up in around that $10,000 or that 10,000 level in the DAX. So I wouldn't be a buyer here, the DAX, maybe on a pullback, into a support level, and then look for another run to the upside there. If you want to look at the daily chart, daily charts here, this is going to be a little ABC. Anticipate. Oh, okay. Did a little 5-wave pattern here on the daily chart. Here would be your pullback, your decision point in a wave 4. So in terms of the daily chart, this would be an area you could look to be a buyer. If they take this area out to the downside, then we can go back to the bottom of wave 1 here and take a decision point, and whoops, and here would be your next level. Again, that's at 9,000, around that 9,000 level. It'd probably be a good area. Get some strength on the STF on the daily chart to the upside, so maybe this pullback may be more shallow. We'll have to watch. But again, with that strength, it's possible they could run things up, to that nice round 10,000 from here. All right, but I'd rather wait and be a buyer if you're going to be a buyer in that market, buyer on a pullback, rather than buying at the highs. You don't want to be doing that, especially in the, we're in that major resistance. So let's look at the, I'm going to look at silver here. All right, so remember silver back when it peaked up here around this $50 level. That was a 5-wave pattern up, went maximum wave 5 up, actually beyond that. And so, anticipate you're going to get a correction back to this wave 4 DP. Okay, that's this level here. That's where we did correct back to eventually here. And so here, this unfolded as a 5-wave or a 3-wave pattern down, rallied into wave 4, and that's where we set up a little short trade with the wave 5 target down around 1750. Because this was an area of, this is a significant support area here, it hasn't been able to take this level out yet. This wave 3, it could have been a potential bottom. It's possible that the bottom was in there, and this is a potential wave 2 or B, and we're going to head higher from here. All right. What I'm not seeing though is you see on these areas where the market turned here in silver, you get a lot of volume coming in on these turns. Even on the wave 3 bottom here, you get a lot of volume that came in. Here's the wave 2, the volume that came in, compared to the other volume levels here. On this turn here, a lot of volume coming in. This turn here, again, a lot of volume. Okay, of course at the peak here, and at this turn. All right, a lot of volume coming in. Don't see that here. All right, dollar was looking to move higher, and stops certainly can be in place. Here's your 50-period moving average. Stopped at break even would be at 22.90, and so it's still in a risk-free situation. We can see if it's going to maybe rally up a bit, roll over, and let's see if we can get down into that 1750 level, and then maybe look to be a buyer at these levels, depending on what we see coming in terms of some of the other activity, volume and candle. We get blue buyers candles or what in these levels. If 1750 happens to give way, well, your next target's down there around 14 and change. So, but we'll see how this progresses. Again, stops in gold and silver. Gold, you probably could have taken profits because the target was much bigger target. There's only a 2-hour target here, so you can't do much with that in terms of being able to take profits in here. So this one you probably just got to move your stop to break even, or if for some reason you can afford the initial stop at 25.50, that's fine as long as that's in place. All right, let's look at the dollar again in terms of the weekly chart here. Here was our significant low in the dollar. There was the target. You see it's been bumping its head up against that target. Hasn't been able to take this level out. Had another, started another little rally here back into this little DP resistance level. But I think eventually things are the environment is favorable for the dollar. I do think it's going to retest this level, and eventually I think it's going to take it out. And if we look at the euro on the weekly chart, the euro, you can see, had this 5-wave pattern down. Again, we anticipate a correction. Here's the last swing into the low, which is your wave 4 swing. We anticipate that it should correct back to this level. That's the tendency, and you can see it's bumping its head against that level, and it's on its way, correcting back down. I try to pick some bottoms on intraday trades in the euro US dollar pair last week. Early in the week was some success. Later in the week, those support levels are starting to give way. So I think maybe we're going to see, if that continues, that the euro is going to fall, and we'll see the dollar rally or continue its rally, and the euro to continue its fall. You've got your next support level down in here, around 32.15 or so, 32.20. So again, make or break situations in the U.S. stock market. Same with your DAX. Silver, we'll see if the dollar continues to strengthen. Maybe we get that silver to roll over. Gold as well, into get them down in those wave 5 targets, and then we'll look at maybe being a buyer down there. The economic calendar this week, it's a shortened week because of the Martin Luther King holiday here, so nothing happening really until Thursday. We got a bunch of jobless claims and home sales, and nothing on Friday. So might be a light week. Maybe not put a whole lot of weight on this week, but we'll see how things wrap up. So hopefully that's helpful. We'll come back next week and take a look and see how we've progressed. And just a reminder, on Tuesday, tomorrow, the 21st of January, Adrian Togray, the Traders Coach, will be presenting in our MTPredictor room, and I'll send the emails out, or resend the emails out if you're on the MTPredictor mailing list at mtpredictor.us. You can sign up there. Emails will go out again tonight for her presentation tomorrow, Tuesday, at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So look for that. And then I will be presenting to her group on Wednesday the 22nd at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think her website is tradingontarget.com, and you can sign up for that there. And some of you will see in our trading room, and the rest of you will see you back next week. Take care. Have a great rest of your trading week.